All right, guys, so welcome back. So the other day I was going through my old iPhones and I got this idea of wanting to kind of recreate iOS 26, like the whole liquid glass aesthetic on a legacy device like the iPhone 4 that I have right here. At the time, it was running iOS 7. I jailbroke it, which was actually pretty easy. It was almost like a one-click jailbreak, almost similar to like jailbreakme.com. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was pretty similar to that. And I was actually able to jailbreak iOS 7. I think it was like 7.1.4 or 0.2, whatever it is, whatever the latest version is, that's what it was running. I just couldn't find that many tweaks or themes around it. When I was doing research on what to download, I came across this tool called iOS Legacy Kit or something like that, and it's a Mac application, Mac or Linux, that allows you to pretty much downgrade your iOS. I thought it would be a good idea. Rather than focusing on that, I was gonna downgrade this phone to I wanted to downgrade it to iOS 4 since it's an iPhone 4, but I unfortunately wasn't able to. It only let me go down to iOS 5.1. I think it's what it's at right now. So I wanted to see just how usable we can make this in 2025. Considering it is jailbroken, so I don't know if you guys consider that cheating or anything, but and then since I have that one on 5.1, I was like, you know what? I remember this iPhone 3GS. I think I featured it in one of the videos in the past. So yeah, I was actually able to downgrade this one to iOS 3.1.1, which is what this one's on right now. I'm sorry, 3.1.3. So yeah, I haven't really done anything to this one. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that I do have a device running 3.1.3 in case you guys want to see anything with this. And I also have this one. This is another iPhone 4, but this one's running iOS 6. And the difference with this one is that I didn't have to downgrade it or anything. This is just how I got it. So I ordered it in this iOS, or whenever I got it, it was already running this. So I didn't want to really mess with this one in terms of like trying to downgrade it and stuff like that. It running natively, it would be a lot better than something like this where I would have to downgrade it or whatever, because as you'll see, it's not 100% perfect. Every time I've talked about old iOSs in the past, there's always like a couple things that don't work, or a lot of things that don't work. So I wanted to see just how usable, how many things we can get this one to work. Like if you were just to get it, you know, back in whenever this came out, 2010. iOS 5 was 2011. So yeah, let's go ahead and unlock it. So I can show you guys what iOS specifically it's running on iOS 5.1. Go through every single thing that's fixed, and then at the end I'll show you guys what tweaks and repos I used to kind of get this to this state. One of the first things that I want to show you guys is that the weather is actually working. So it actually updates and everything, and I actually added a couple of different cities. So I have New York, I have Austin and Las Vegas, and I don't know if this is correct, but I like how detailed it is. I'm not sure if it was always like this, or if this is just part of the tweak, because it actually shows you like the hourly. Let me know if was this always a thing, or is this something that's new? Because I swore it didn't used to say that. Like it used to just show you this, but it didn't show you like the actual hour by hour thing. And then you can add more cities over here too if you wanted to. So you just hit the little plus mark. So yeah, weather's working, and then maps too. Maps it's also loading now. So I just have like a route here from I have it set to satellite, because I was just curious to see if that was gonna work or not. I keep trying to swipe it, so we'll do standard. And yeah, I have a route here. I think it's from LA to Malibu, and it just kind of let me hit go so you guys can see it. It'll kind of pinpoint it, and then you can hit start. Now it doesn't do the turn-by-turn navigation. I don't know if it's because maybe I'm not in that location right now, but you just hit these little arrows back here, or if that's how it always was. I don't know. It looks pretty up to date. Now I'm not from this area, so you guys let me know if all of this stuff seems to still be there. But yeah, I wouldn't 100% rely on this if this is your only phone. But yeah, so maps is at least working now, instead of just giving you an error or just like a blank map. You can actually go through this whole thing, and it'll kind of guide you on what you need to do. So yeah, so maps is online. And then one big one too is YouTube. I was able to get YouTube to start and actually, you know, have videos and stuff. So all of these videos right here, it looks like it's just the same ones. So like you see how there's different categories. Like let's say I go to top rated, they're all the same. So I'm not sure if that's yeah, YouTube not available. If I go to most recent, it looks like these are just maybe cached or something. I'm not sure, but just so I can show you, if you hit any of them, it actually does open, and you do not have permission. Okay, well, let's try another one, I guess. Yeah, you see that one did open, so I guess it's hit or miss. Let me lower it down a bit. And then whenever you exit the video, it does have the old UI. The description up here, you do more videos. You can subscribe. It'll show you the date. And then the comments on here. And then if you wanted to comment or something, you can do that. Well, I don't know if you can, but it looks like you can. And then I tried it out too with, like, let's say with =3. I can't believe it saved that. I killed the app and everything. But anyway, I just did something that was popular at the time, like when this phone would have been in its peak. So I know Ray William Johnson would have been probably like either the most subbed or or pretty high up there. So just so I can show you, you can search. That was the whole intention, is you can search and it'll play the video and everything like you're used to, and then it'll even load it up and everything. And if you hit done, you can see the same thing to the comments and all that. Using this app was the only way I consumed YouTube back then. So it's just looking back at it, just how terrible this app is. That's why everybody was happy when Apple finally let Google make their own app, because this was very primitive. Another app I was surprised that I was able to work was like the iTunes store and the App Store. We'll start with the App Store first, because I feel like that's the most interesting. You can see on here, I'm not signed in. So let's say I want to download Pokemon Go. This would be the description page and then the screenshots. Would it show you reviews? It would. And how recent? Oh, 2025 actually. So it is being updated with like new information. What happens if you hit get install? Oh, it's not gonna let me. It's incompatible. At least it knows it's incompatible. Yeah, and you do have like down here you have categories, top 25. You could even search and all that. I'm not logged into this phone, not because I don't want to, but it honestly didn't let me. So I have two-factor authentication on my account, and it just, for some reason, I guess that throws it off. It tells me to put the code that I get to my other device, password, and then followed by that number, but it doesn't work. So it doesn't let me log in. And then the iTunes store too. So yeah, so the iTunes store is actually updated, or actually, I don't know if you guys let me know. Are these new? Are these songs old or are they new? Because I see like Cardi B, A$AP Rocky, and all that, but I don't know if they're recent or if these are old songs. But you can like preview songs and stuff like that. Yeah, it does work. And then let's do videos. You can do, or actually, yeah, this says videos, right? But it's supposed to say, well, I guess it's movies. Movies up here, TV shows. Yeah, I don't know if any of this stuff is new, but yeah, so that's working now. And then on this page, I do have some more apps. So I'll kind of go through these. These are just, of course, the jailbreak apps, but we also have YouTube. So like I said, this is running iOS 5, and it somehow was able to run the old YouTube. Like YouTube wasn't even supported on this iOS. So I'm not even sure how this works. How they were able to get this to work on here. But it looks like it's the same videos from the other like native YouTube app. And if you like tap any of them, it should bring up like the old UI for this version of YouTube. Yeah, so this works. And then you have like suggested videos and then comments, kind of how it was. Yeah, it's gonna make me log in. I can't even log in. Okay, but yeah, so that's the old YouTube app on this. This is, I think this came out with iOS 6, but yeah, somehow it's working. So yeah, that's pretty much YouTube. So you have more apps on here that I was able to find, because the apps you download them from this app. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Viteris. Since it is running iOS 5, I do have Guitar Hero. So I wanted to kind of show you because I wasn't able to show you on my last video. And I realized that you have to put it in airplane mode for it to work. So we'll go ahead and get that started and then kind of so I can kind of show you some gameplay. Because remember, we're like the last video that I talked about this game, it would just like crash instantly. So we'll do Painted Black. There's more songs. Actually, let me go back so you guys can see the rest of the songs. So these are the songs that come with it. That was it. It was just covering one or two. So we're gonna do Painted Black, and then we're gonna do guitar. We're gonna do hard, and then you can kind of see some of the gameplay. Like I wasn't able to get it to work on iOS 6. I think it's the last time, the last iPhone I was running this on. Yeah, and that's the other chord or note that it has. You just like drag your finger down, and then yeah, I suck because I'm playing it in the viewfinder, but yeah, that's pretty much Guitar Hero. And then they have these other apps. Yeah, they have like Pool, and this game's actually kind of cool. So it's called Real Pool 3D, and you can do 8-ball, 9-ball. We're gonna do 1 player. We're gonna do hard, and then start. So he pretty much I guess sometimes you start, sometimes he starts. Yeah. Okay. So it's finally my turn. So I can kind of show you some of the gameplay. So over here, it kind of confused me at first because what I was trying to do is I was trying to flick this thing back, but that just moves the camera. So I don't have a clear shot at any of them. So the way you actually like move this is so this controls your power right here. So like let's say I want to give it like 60%, and then all you do is just hit this button, and then that's how you pretty much control it, which I thought was pretty cool. And for it being such like an old game, it actually controls pretty good. At least to me, it feels like it does. Let's see if we can get another one, like at least one of them in. We're gonna give it just full power. Yeah, the physics and everything is pretty cool in this one. But yeah, that's Real Pool 3D. I wasn't able to score one, and a lot of the ones that I downloaded are pretty random. The reason they're random is because right here they have a featured category. I have airplane mode right now, and pretty much they have like a featured section, and then they just randomly put apps here. So sometimes I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool, let me download it. That's how I downloaded most of these. I don't really look for them, they just kind of appear there and I just download them. Like this other one, I've never played this. It's called Finger Kicks. Yeah, that's all it is. I keep wanting to flick this up. You have to flick it forward, and then you just like hit the ball towards the goal, and then you score goals within a amount of time. That's pretty much that one. There's nothing else to it. It's just that. And then this other one that kind of caught my eye was Oreo. I've never heard of this one. You guys let me know. Have you guys played this or heard of this? All this one is a Fruit Ninja clone. What's going on? Okay, it was just loading. So it's called Oreo Twist, Lick, and Dunk. So I'll show you this nonsense. That's all. You just drag your finger and then try to make like another cookie based on that. And then you dunk it. I'm not sure what the hell this is. It's just kind of appeared there. If you guys, let me know if you guys played this before or anything like that, but I've never even heard of this game until now. So that's Oreo. And then this last one just kind of caught my eye just because it's called Panoramic 360, and it allows you to take a panoramic picture. So I always thought that this was like kind of exclusive to the iPhone 5 whenever that came out. I didn't know there was a specific app. Let's say you want to create a panoramic picture, you just hit start, and then you can do portrait or landscape, and then it'll even like let you stitch it together and everything like that. So you can, like, this is the user interface. But yeah, you can stitch it together and everything, which I thought was pretty cool. I always thought, I never even knew that existed. I always thought it was just like an exclusive iPhone 5 feature. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say, considering everything, this is pretty usable. The only thing I wasn't able to get working was email. Like, none of these emails work, or I didn't try all of them. I tried Gmail, Yahoo, and iCloud, and email is just impossible to get to work on here. One other thing too that I didn't get to show off, let me put it on airplane mode again so I can show it off, because I hate how it has your IP address. So I have something called SP settings. So you just tap this, and this is pretty much like your control center. So this would have been where you toggle on like 3G, Wi-Fi, and all of that, and location services. You could also respring and all that from here. So this is control center before control center. But yeah, that's the other thing I have on here. That pretty much does it for that. So pretty much how I got this to work was, like I said, it was on iOS 7. I downgraded it to iOS 5. It was such a pain, because this is my, by the way, this is my fourth time. Yeah, fourth. Trying to make this video happen, because what happens is, let me show you, like on Cydia, if you let me show you pretty much, let me show you everything. So the first thing we'll do is I'll show you the repos that I have on here. So these are all of the repos, right, that I have. So some of them come with whenever you install Cydia with the actual app, and then all the other ones are the ones that I'll kind of put it closer so that way you guys can see it. But all the other ones are third party. So those are the ones that I added. Would it be third party? Those are the other ones that I added. And then what I have installed is on this side. I'm going to just go through this list. What I have installed is all of this right here. So let me go through some of it. So activator is like where you can select, you can activate certain things, like SP settings, where I have it to where you tap. That's what that is. App Store fix, that's what fixed the App Store. App Sync is what allows you, I think, to install apps. Oh yeah, so this is, you're gonna see, so I was trying to find the whole liquid glass aesthetic and everything, so I downloaded a whole bunch of glass and clear themes, and none of them looked really good. Cydia substrate is already part of it. Fall HD, yeah, I think that came with it. I also have iOS 10 sounds. Let me. No, never mind. I took it off. I had unthemed everything. Like, I deselected everything once I started recording. But I'll turn some on so you guys can see them. So yeah, let's go back to, we were on iOS 10 sounds. I don't know what RTX OS is. It was a theme, but it never worked. SB settings was that thing that I showed you. StockX. I noticed when I downloaded WeatherX, it also downloaded StockX, which is what. Did I even show you? It fixed stocks too. I didn't even get a chance to show you guys, but yeah, stocks are fixed too. With that tweak, it installed both of them in one go. I completely forgot. Dude, it's late. It's like 3 a.m. It's like my 5th time recording this video too, because everything just goes wrong. But yeah, that's StockX. We got safe mode that installs automatically. This is what fixes YouTube. So this is Tube Repair Beta, and then Viteris, that's that app. It's like the install list or whatever, where you could download free apps. And then that downloads the helper, and then WeatherX is what pretty much fixed that weather. Winterboard still allows the themes to be put on. So with Tube Repair, you pretty much go to settings, and then you have to put this link. So it'll just be blank, and then this is the URL that I put on here that worked pretty much, that fixed this YouTube and then the other YouTube. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And then you also want to make sure that you want to install some certificates. So I'll post the link in the comments. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that. But yeah, there's that link, and then you just install the the certificates. So that way Cydia and stuff doesn't give you that many problems. And then we can do, I guess we can do winterboard. So we'll do select theme. We'll do, I don't think this does anything, but we'll have it on. This is the best one I was able to look that I was able to find that looks somewhat like iOS 26, but not really. All these other ones don't really work. I like this. I guess I'll go. Let me. Yeah. So we'll scroll through these and then we'll do. Yeah, the RTX OS never worked. Let's do iOS 10 final lock and iOS 10 keyboard tick. And then user wallpaper never works. You would think that would hold my wallpaper instead of putting the themes wallpaper, but it never seems to work. And then we'll do clear lock screen. So then we'll respring. Yeah, there you go. So then it kind of puts this like that. And then, like I said, it changed the freaking wallpaper. And that's what I didn't like. And this is like, I guess kind of like liquid glass a little bit just because it's transparent, but I didn't like the wallpaper. I was trying to use this wallpaper right here, like the iOS 26 beta, but I forgot I changed it back. So that way it kind of looks kind of like iOS 26 if you're like squinting. So yeah, if you guys want to get anything fixed or anything like that, I'm going to keep messing with it. And then maybe in the future, I'll make another video on it if I find anything else that's cool. Because that like I said, what happened is a lot of the times with these tweaks, like some of them will tell you, oh, it's not compatible. But then sometimes it'll let you install incompatible apps or tweaks. And it'll just brick your phone pretty much. And I have to do like a whole reset. Like I was downloading a tweak. I think it was like an emulator for GBA or something. And it just didn't let me, it just never rebooted back after that. So you see like some of them would say iOS firmware 7.0 is what it depends. Like there's a mismatch, right? But sometimes they won't. It will just let you download it and it just refused to start. Even on safe mode, I wasn't able to get it to boot up. So I have to do like a hard reset or a master reset pretty much. You have to put it in DFU mode and all this other stuff. I had to do that 3 times just out of the, just because I was downloading just some tweaks that weren't compatible. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it. And like I said, if you guys have questions, feel free to let me know. Also, if you guys want to see any videos with these, with iOS 3.1.1 or 6, definitely let me know as well. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it, guys. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It honestly really does mean a lot, and appreciate you so much as well for staying this long for the end of the video. But I think that's gonna do it, and now I'll see you guys on the next one.